Welcome, everyone. I'm Mary Bensel, Executive Director of the Van Wezel Performing Arts Hall, and I have the amazing privilege to speak to one of the great voices from Broadway, Liz Callaway, who we will be doing a stream of her concert, Home for the Holidays, on Friday, December 11th at 7 p.m. And go to our website. You can buy the stream, do it with all your family, enjoy it from the comfort of your home. Liz, welcome.
Oh, hi, Mary. I'm so happy to be Zooming with you.
Me too. I know.
And for everyone in Sarasota. Sarasota is one of my favorite places to sing. And
I know I saw you with the Sarasota Orchestra.
Yes. And I've performed in Sarasota many times, and I feel very at home in Sarasota. And I'm so glad to be bringing my Christmas concert to all of you.
It sounds wonderful. I'm a Christmas nut, so I love everything Christmas. But first, before we talk about Christmas, I have seen you in so many Broadway shows, but for those people that haven't, can you go through your career a little bit and talk about Anastasia as well? Because we hopefully have that coming next year. So.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, I hope you do. Well, let's see. By the way, I was born and raised in Chicago. So I know there's a lot of Midwesterners in Sarasota, which I think is one of the reasons I feel so at home there. My first Broadway show was Stephen Sondheim's Merrily We Roll Along.
Do you know, I never saw that one.
It didn't run very long, so you're not alone. My first, it ran for 2 weeks officially.
Oh my God, but I love the music.
It's an incredible score. Now it's thought of as one of Sondheim's greatest scores, but at the time it was a very short-lived show.
Yeah.
But there have been so many, there's been documentaries, there's so much love around that show now. It really is special. And that was my first show. I was in the chorus. I understudied the lead. And then my first big role on Broadway was Lizzie in the musical Baby, which you told me you saw.
You were amazing.
That was an amazing experience. Audiences, a lot of audiences know me from, I played the American wife in the original Broadway production of Miss Saigon.
Oh gosh.
And for 5 years on and off, I played Grisabella the Glamour Cat in the Broadway
Had to be in great shape, right?
So I sang Memory every night. And in fact,
I always feel bad for you. I feel bad for people that play the American wife in Miss Saigon. Even though you did nothing wrong, our hearts go out to the other lady.
Oh, absolutely. I can remember certain matinees of Miss Saigon, and we'd have school groups. And of course, everyone feels for Kim, the character Kim, as they should. But it would be time for our curtain calls, and I would come down, and I got booed.
And of course, you did nothing wrong,
which meant that they were so into the show. They were very invested in the show.
Yeah.
But yes, and Cats, and I've done a number of other Broadway shows that did not run for very long. But what a lot of people know me best for, even if they don't realize it's me, is the animated movies I've sung for, especially Anastasia,
which we're having, hopefully. It was supposed to be this year, but you know how that
right. And the musical Anastasia, the stage version, which you will all get to see, is fantastic.
So beautiful, isn't it?
It's a beautiful, beautiful production, and I saw it several times, and I just loved it. So I know you have to wait a little longer, which I'm sorry for, but it's going to be well worth the wait. And
I think so happy. So many young girls on Broadway came because they saw, the cartoon version, or what do you call it? The digital version?
The movie version. The movie version. I remember I actually saw the very first performance, the opening night of Anastasia. They did a out-of-town tryout of it in Hartford, at Hartford Stage.
Oh, I've been there.
And it was so exciting. But what was really cool for me personally is when the beginning vamp to like Once Upon a December started, or Journey to the Past, it got like applause. And I thought, oh my God, they saw the movie, or they listened to the
Right.
soundtrack. And that's, when you do a movie, you record it, in a matter of days. And then you never know what's going to happen to the movie, and you have no idea what impact
And do you
something you
record it
do.
all by yourself?
Pardon me?
Do you record it all by yourself, or other people there at the time?
Oh no, there's lots of people there. When I did Anastasia, we recorded in both New York, but mostly in Los Angeles. In fact, one of the songs we did in Los Angeles, we recorded on the soundstage where Judy Garland recorded Over the Rainbow,
Oh boy.
which was so cool. Oh no, you in not in all animated movies, but with Anastasia, I got to sing with an orchestra. There's lots of people in the control room. There are so many people involved in making a movie. And an
Are the other
animated movie.
characters there? Are the other characters there?
They're there if you sing with them. Jonathan Dokuchitz, who did the singing voice of Dimitri, he was at some of my sessions. Kelsey Grammer did I did a song with. I met him briefly, and actually I only had one tiny line with her, but I did Angela Lansbury. She came in, and I actually worked with her in a concert at the beginning of my career, and she's one of the nicest people on the planet. And so it was really, really cool to sing with her. Now, some animated movies, I did like Lion King 2. I did a song for that, Lion King 2, Simba's Pride. And that I filmed in New York, and there were people in the studio, but then actually there were people in Los Angeles where, on the phone. Now that is how everything is done these days, particularly the last 9 months. But back then, that to me was very cutting edge, that I could record something in New York, but it was being mixed, and all the producers were in California. Now I recorded a demo recently for a Disney movie, and I recorded it in my closet. It's like in my closet, and I'm like Zooming with the people. There was someone in Los Angeles, there was someone in New York, and yeah, it was singing into my sweaters. It was very glamorous.
You have one of the sweetest voices I've heard. It just is so emotionally wonderful and warm, and wraps you in a sweater. So I bet with Christmas music, you are even better.
Oh, I love singing holiday music, and I actually just released a new Christmas album called Comfort and Joy, an Acoustic Christmas. And it was a crazy last minute decision on my part to record an album. I started this in October, and it's me and this fantastic guitarist, Peter Kalo. And in my concert, you're going to see Peter actually came and we did 3 songs from the album. I'm also working with the fabulous pianist Joseph Thalkin. So everything else is me and piano, but then Peter comes on, and it's 3 songs with guitar, which is a very, it's
different.
It's different, and it was really special, singing, very simple, intimate songs this way on my album. And so I'm happy to be sharing that with audiences in this concert. And I'm also doing a little bit of Broadway music. And of course, I am singing from Anastasia.
Oh,
so
good.
This is a really good concert, really for all generations.
Yeah.
So,
for our audience,
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping, that, and even if everyone can't be together, I know, like my sister, who I miss so much, I'm in New York and she's in Tucson. But sometimes we like to watch this, if you watch the same thing that's being streamed, even if you're not in the same room, you're still experiencing it together. So that's what I'm hoping with this concert. It's it's called Home for the Holidays, and we all are going to be home. But it doesn't mean we can't share it with the people we love, even if they're not sitting next to us.
And I love your sister. I also love Tucson. I lived in Tucson and worked at the Arizona Theater Company. So lots of connections. But I just on YouTube saw you and your sister sing a duet of, I think, my favorite Christmas song, Mary, Did You Know?
Oh, yes.
Oh, beautiful. Oh
Oh,
my
thank you.
God.
That's actually on my first Christmas album I did called Merry and Bright. I sing a few songs from Merry and Bright, and I almost sang that song as a solo in the concert, but I didn't. I was like, no, I'll just let people hear Ann and me do it.
Oh, there you go. And Anne, I think, has been here as well. And
Oh, absolutely.
but I saw Dolly Parton do Mary Did You Know the other day. So, whether it's Pentatonics, Dolly Parton, Liz Callaway, it's
Oh,
always beautiful.
and Dolly Parton, people, one of the songs on my new Christmas album that I do in this concert is Hard Candy Christmas,
Oh, I love that from
which
the
is
Best Little
such,
Warehouse.
oh, yeah, and I know Dolly sings it
Oh,
so beautifully, and I
she
was thinking,
does.
I really want to try to get her my CD. I would love for her to hear my version of Hard Candy Christmas with just a simple guitar. It's
Oh,
very,
that would be
and the
wonderful.
lyrics are very, a lot of, as I've said to other people, it's, you sing Christmas music every year, but it feels different this year,
It
under
does.
the lens of what we've all been experiencing. So many songs have a different meaning in there.
They do.
And I like to think, and all the songs that I chose for Home for the Holidays, there's a there's a special meaning in all of them, which, I think often we just listen to Christmas music, but
Yeah.
this time I think uh, I don't know, I'm really focusing on the lyrics, of which I always like to do anyway, coming from
Yeah.
theater. But
I think you're so right. I mean, Dolly was here years ago and she was a lovely human being. And
oh, I'm
what
sure.
amazed me with her is not only her singing, but she played like every instrument on the planet. I'm like, how much talent can one person have?
Yeah, she's amazing, and she just wrote a book, which I want to get. And
She she did a
she's
lot of books. She gave so many million books out to kids, which is
yeah, and she's done all this to help get a vaccine. I mean, she's
I
an
know.
amazing person.
But I think that's what performers are. I don't think people realize that, performers are such a giving lot. They're also, as we have seen, all of us in the performing arts or whether it's in the visual arts, everybody is thinking out of the box and trying to find ways. Because I can only imagine what it's like for someone that's used to being on stage all the time. I'm used to be greeting people in the theater and being so happy to give all this joy away with our shows. And at least with the streaming, it's a little ways to get. Have you been doing during COVID? Did you go crazy?
I don't know if I would say I went crazy. Certainly have had more anxiety in the last 9 months than I can remember. Um, no, you manage to keep busy. I've worked really hard, like on my YouTube channel. I've done a few, some performances all in my home,
Mhm.
singing to my laptop and my phone. And I've managed to keep busy. Once I decided in October to make the Christmas album, I've been unbelievably busy since then.
I bet.
Just earlier today, I was talking to someone from the Washington Post, which is
Oh, how great.
amazing. This is just this little out this album that I produced, and it's really it struck a chord with a lot of people. There was someone just sent me a piece in a review in the Chicago Tribune, and which is, when you produce your own
Your
Christmas
own, yeah.
album, you just
You don't think.
usually, it goes out to people on social media and your fans, or where I sell CDs, usually are in concerts.
I know.
And so I thought,
So
well, I'm
many.
making a CD and I'm going to press CDs. And I set up a shop on my website, and I'm become a human post office, and I'm autographing CDs and sending them for presents. And so I'm suddenly now, after not being very busy for many months,
Right.
suddenly I'm like, oh my God, this, and then this concert was, putting it together. An interesting thing you said, though, about greeting people. When I filmed this last week at the Bedford Playhouse. It's just a beautiful set. It was such a gorgeous Christmassy atmosphere. And we were hoping to have an audience.
Mhm.
And then, of course, with the rise in COVID,
Yeah.
numbers. We weren't able to. And so it was a really interesting, I was so excited to be on stage and, singing to the camera. It's like, I've never done anything like this. It was like
Oh, I
filming a
know.
TV special. But when I went home, I felt, I, I felt really tired. But I went, oh, I missed that audience
Audience.
reaction. And it felt very strange. And I realized I'm going to get the delayed reaction because on Friday is when there's going to be an audience,
Right, right.
and Friday. And if you can't watch it Friday, you can watch it through the
But
week.
there's a meet and greet.
And yes,
Part.
there's a meet and
How does
greet
that
and
work?
a live Zoom thing. I don't even know how it's going to work.
Uh-oh.
But I went, oh my God, no. So I am going to get it just will have taken a while.
It took a long
It'll
time.
be like a delay between doing because I would do a song and there'd be no applause.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So that as a performer, it's very, very different. And
Well,
so I'm looking
here in
forward.
Florida, excuse me, I didn't mean to cut you off, but here in Florida, we actually have shows, and because our governor said you can, open to 100%, but most of us all are, if we're presenting a show, it's presenting it to 50% of the house, because we don't want to, do anything. We have our first in-person show in the main hall in the end of January, but we've been doing small cabaret shows.
Oh,
And
wow.
the first time we did the cabaret, people came up to me crying, thanking us so much because they've missed seeing people like you. And it's not just not just the performer that misses it. The audience are just beyond hungry to see
Oh,
great.
I understand that. And you know what? When I'm not singing, I'm an audience person too. And I miss it. Oh my God. I miss it so much. I'm also a huge sports fan. And, there's some sports have come back,
Yeah,
but without being able to be in the stands.
I
But
know.
at least I'm going, okay, well, I'm getting some entertainment, and I've created that. And I'm so grateful for all the creative ways people are finding
To do
ways of
everything.
streaming performances and sharing. But I get it. I can't imagine what it's going to feel like the first time to sing for people.
And
I
sing with
think
a
it just
full
will be a two-way, or to go hear someone sing, or to go to a musical or a play, or
I know.
I miss it so much.
I had tickets to see Cher, last September, and I was so excited about seeing that. And then, finally in Florida, we got Tom Brady to come, and then boom, COVID, and so
Right.
It's really hard. It's really hard. But is there a way people can get a copy of your CD? I'd love to get one myself.
Oh,
How
yes,
do we do
yes.
it?
Well, I'll tell you, the ideal way is
Yes.
to go to my website.
Okay.
That's
And that is
LizCallaway.com. And I have actually 3 CDs, including my new CD, which you can get autographed or not autographed. And then I go to I will personally print the postage, put it in go drop it off, and you'll get it. If it's Sarah, you'll get it 2 days or 3 days. But I do it like right away. You can get it on Amazon if you want, but there's limited amounts because of the pandemic. Amazon didn't let me send a lot of CDs for some reason this year, but
Okay.
it's there, and you can download it on iTunes. You can get it on Spotify or Apple, however you want to do it. But if you're looking for a gift, I'm just delighted how many people have been gifting my CDs. It's just makes me really happy.
I have my sister has twins who are, the boy's wife is having a baby and the girl is now having a baby. So I should get them a CD from the woman who starred in Baby,
Well, you know what? I don't mean to make this a commercial, but
Right.
on my website so I'm selling Comfort and Joy and Acoustic Christmas. That's the new one that just came out. I have my 5-song other Christmas album, Merry and Bright, is there. And then I have a song, an album called The Essential Liz Callaway, which is 18 songs, and it's sort of a best of, and it includes Story Goes On it.
Wow.
And Memory, and my 2 songs from Anastasia from the soundtrack. So that's all there on the website. You can also get that, all of them on Amazon or download them, however you like, to get your music.
Liz, you have been an absolute delight. I have listened to your voice for years. You know, I am not at all surprised at the story of you told us about Miss Saigon, you know, with the matinees and the kids. But to be Grisabella and sing that, you know, the 11 o'clock number, Memory, one of the great songs of all time. We thank you so much for all the comfort and joy you have given us over the years.
Oh, thank you, Mary.
I can't wait to see the performance.
Oh, thank you. And to everyone tuning in, thank you so much. And I'm wishing everyone happy and healthy holidays. And, thank you in advance for tuning in.
And we will hopefully see Liz Callaway back in person at the Van Wezel very soon.
Please.
Okay. Bye, Liz.
Bye.
Merry
Thank you.
Christmas.
Thanks,
Happy
Mary.
holidays.
Thank
Bye.
you.